Sometimes you finally get what you wish for, and then you have a moment where you think, what have I done? After more than 4 years, I'm finally at a point where photography and making videos about photography is my full-time job, and I'm so grateful for that. Everyone who watches my videos is supporting me and helping me to live my dream. But with anything that becomes your job, a certain amount of pressure and expectation can build up. Whether I'm taking photos for clients or for my YouTube videos, I have just been feeling in such a grind with my photography lately, feeling uninspired and like I'm just keeping my head above water when it comes to my creativity. But don't worry, this all turned around a couple of weeks ago and I have the humble Olympus E-620 to thank for it. So Lux, my husband, was noticing that I was getting really burnt out and I hadn't been enjoying photography like I used to. I'd been working day and night trying to get my first online course off the ground, as well as trying to meet deadlines and make content for both of my YouTube channels. On top of that, parenting a 4-year-old, which comes with its own set of challenges. So one morning we had a window of time and he suggested that we go out and take some photos. No pressure, no filming me, no video idea, just go and take some photos and enjoy it like we used to. When he suggested this, I was so relieved and I was really excited to get out there and just photograph with no agenda. On top of that, it was a perfect crisp winter day with blue skies and really sunny weather, which is my ideal shooting condition. We'd recently picked up some new batteries for the Olympus because the other ones weren't holding a charge. And I thought, hey, why not take this with me? Even though it's chunky, it's actually really light. It's a DSLR and has an optical viewfinder, which I always prefer. And it has a humble zoom lens, which I do quite enjoy and just took away the choice paralysis of having to decide like what lens to use. So off we headed. And honestly, this was like the best hour I've had in probably the last couple of months taking photos. It was so nice and I really felt like I was getting my mojo back. Lux did end up getting a little bit of footage on his iPhone because I was getting excited and then thinking, I want to make a video about this camera and share these photos. But we did not having the big rig camera set up and, intentionally going out to film a YouTube video made me feel a lot more relaxed taking these photos. Being able to photograph with an older, fun, no pressure DSLR and just take nice photos was really cool. And also I absolutely loved the sound of this camera, the shutter. It just made me so happy every time I push the button. If you've been a long time follower, you will know that I made a video about the Olympus E-620 a while ago. I touched specifically on the cool black and white film simulation, which is very high contrast. And I still think that's really, really cool. But I wanted to try something different with this time. I decided to just shoot raw and then just do what I normally do, which is apply my warm film preset, just so the images are consistent with my other work. Fast forward a week and we had a little date planned to see 28 years later. And I knew that I wanted to carve out some time before the movie to just take some more photos. And I was definitely grabbing for my E620. We decided to head to a boat harbor location that had a lot of compositional opportunity. And I decided that we would film this so we had some footage to share with you guys because I was really excited about this camera and it got me back to my roots of feeling excited about a camera, liking the photos, and just wanting to share it with the photography community on YouTube. Oh, it's looking pretty good. That was a really cool photo. I found so much to photograph at this boat harbor. There were so many lines and like repetitive patterns and angles, light to work with. It was such a joy. And on top of that, just being outside in the sunshine and doing something creative really helped and got me out of my slump. I definitely think that photography is such a good way to get out of your head and just be fully absorbed in something else. This month in particular has been full of change for me, and I have been working extra hard trying to get my first online course up and running and hosting it on my Squarespace website. I've fully refreshed my website and added new pages. I have created a sales page, which is something I've never done before, and it was so easy to use the templates that Squarespace offers in the course creation part. I have no prior experience with website building or anything like that, and I'm able to independently go on and update my Squarespace website and then add new things. So the website can really grow with me. Over the last few years that I've had it, it has gone from being just a really great place to show my portfolio in a slick and professional way to now having an online course, an online shop selling presets, having people booking in for services, and then adding in a contact page. Squarespace is so great specifically for photographers because you can choose a template that is built specifically to showcase your portfolio. And I just think that the way it's presented is so professional. And then from there, you can customize things. I love being able to add in things like a moving banner at the top and add in colors that reflect my branding. If you are interested in showcasing your photography and creating a unique space online that you own, then Squarespace is the place to do it. You can get 10% off by clicking the link below. So if you're going to renew your website with Squarespace, or you just want to see what all the fuss is about and build your own website for your beautiful photography, this will help me to keep bringing you these videos, and you get an easy to build beautiful website in return. To get started, just head to www.squarespace.com/LucyLumen to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using code LucyLumen.
Look, there's a pelican. It's turning into David Attenborough. Lucy Attenborough. Who knows nothing about animals. Oh, look at it. It's fully coming up. I should take a photo of it. They look vicious. It's noticed me. The genre.
I'm going to pop up some of my favorite images here so you can see and just talk a little bit about what I found and how much I enjoyed this experience. So being able to spend a lot of time in an area like a boat harbor, which I wouldn't normally hang out at or stay at for very long, was really cool because I got to notice all the different colors. I got to observe the people. I actually think it would be a great place to do some street photography. I did try and take some photos of people, but that's not normally what I do. So I just decided to stick to my usual kind of subject matter, but play around a little bit and take more photos that I wouldn't normally take. I also loved that I had this zoom lens because it just took the pressure off trying to get the perfect composition. It reminded me of being a beginner photographer again, trying to find your style. And a lot of that comes down to composition. Not being tied to one focal length and having a zoom lens and the flexibility of that is great because you can play around with anything and you can try out, being really, really close up, getting a tight crop, see what that looks like, see how it feels. So I was really enjoying the flexibility of that and the fact that I could make those decisions while I'm looking through the viewfinder and just get it exactly how I wanted to. I think sometimes we make things too hard for ourselves. I found a lot of patterns because there was kind of this repetitive nature to the boat harbor, and there were a lot of really good shapes. I'll pop up some examples here. I love these types of photo walks where you walk away with heaps of images and you can look over them and you can notice repetitive themes and things that you could build on when you go out again and photograph. I think that helps you to go out again because you know that there's something that you kind of had like an eye for and you want to build on that. Something that's worth mentioning is the LCD screen on the back of this camera, which is pretty bad. It's pretty rubbish. So I found I wasn't really looking at it at all. I was just totally consumed with the subjects, taking photos, and this echoed the film kind of experience for me and allowed me to just get in the zone. You can also flip it around too, which is really great because then you're definitely not tempted to have a look. But I just think that, shooting something like this can be really freeing, really fun, take the pressure off. And like I said, I think photographers can get really serious, or it's like, it's this big thing and we need to be making things difficult. We need to be shooting everything manual, and then we need to be getting these really amazing photos, and it can just feel so suffocating sometimes. Another thing that I specifically really enjoyed about this camera, because I shoot vertically a lot, pretty much 99% of the time, was that on the battery grip there is a shutter button here, and I started using it after a couple of photos. Lux was like, oh, remember that's there. And it's just so much more comfortable for someone shooting in vertical. You're not doing the awkward elbow up thing. So I really liked that. And to be honest, something like that simple just made me really happy and want to shoot it again because it felt like it was kind of like made for me. I think that paired with the I've already done it, but I'm going to do it again, quirky sounds of the camera. I'm someone who really likes film point and shoots because of their quirks, and like they'll just have something about them that no other camera has, and I really enjoy that. It's very novelty, and I feel like this camera has that kind of sense of novelty that just makes it fun and makes me want to pick it up. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's so amazing to be full-time on YouTube. This was definitely a dream, like very much a dream of mine. I was watching like Willem Verbeek and Grainy Days and thinking, oh my God, it'd be so cool to be a full-time photography YouTuber. And now I am, and I'm so grateful to everybody that has been watching, commenting and supporting me over the years. But it can be really hard to come up with ideas for videos and also be taking photos and putting them out at such a high cadence all the time in videos. So I really think that I want to get back to basics, going out and taking photos just for fun and collecting them up, and then getting a little bit of footage at another time and be working on videos in that way rather than putting so much pressure on them to get them all done in one day, because it is a lot of work to, review a camera or take a lot of photos and then have something to bring to you to talk about that feels worthwhile and enjoyable. So I definitely will be doing videos in the future on film cameras and sharing my film work with you when I have something that I'm really proud of, or I have a camera that I'm excited to share with you. But I can see myself going down the older digital DSLR road because they are really interesting, and I think it's a lot more accessible to so many people. And I have just personally been enjoying it so much. I feel like I did get a little bit burnt out on film from shooting it last year, like over 200 rolls of film, and it was so just full of pressure because it was for work. So the times that I have shot film this year have felt special and felt nice, and I'm excited to send those rolls off and see them, the collected memories kind of over time, and not just be bashing through rolls and rolls of film because, who can afford that, right? Thank you so much to anyone who watched to the end of the video. You are a true Lucy Lumen supporter, and to reward you, I am giving you a quick sneak peek of the new camera that I bought. I will be obviously shooting this and talking about it on the channel very soon. It's a real classic. Another thing that I almost hit myself in the face. Another